Hello Cancer. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship with this person. Could be a situationship. Could be that you met them at a point in time when you were already with somebody, which is what I see here with the mystery card. This is a spiritual card. It's a past life card. So you guys are either twin flames, soulmates, or karmic partners, maybe even more. I do past life readings. I believe right now I kind of have a pause on my past life readings, so you can always email and inquire, or just have a look at when they're going to be open. It's not going to be until a while, actually. Just a lot of orders that I have to complete, so I'm overbooked right now. So for some of you who are new, my method of working, I do channel through my higher intuitive self. I have the ability to do that. However, I have never, and I don't, channel through any spirit guides. Only in the end of this reading, I do channel through Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, to get information from them, advice as to what you need to know regarding your life. And there's a lot going on here. Because this is a spiritual connection, some of you actually might be feeling these feelings as well. So it's not just this person. You guys may just be mirroring each other or picking up on each other's energy, and so you feel very similar. All right, and also at the end of this reading, there's a bonus. It's slightly different from what I usually do, but hopefully you guys will find that helpful. All right, we have here, Cancer, we have first card's the strongest, sensuality. Then we have mystery, followed by hearth and home, abundance, betrayal, play, fear, surrender, and then we have grief under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Cancer, I'm extremely attracted to you and interested in you. And it's hard for me to keep my distance from you. You are so seductive, and you don't even have to try. There are things about you that are just so alluring. Your charm, your beauty, your talents, your charisma, the way you move, the way your clothes fall on your body. I like your body. And for some strange reason, I don't know why I feel like this. I feel very intense. This passion is very intense on the inside. I question myself, I question the universe. Why is it that you're in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Why not far into the future? Why now? Are you and I supposed to be together somehow, some way? Was this meant to be? Why is it that when I think of you, I have this feeling of, I've known you before? As if I'm just so comfortable with you, and I do feel just absolutely comfortable with you. I can be myself around you. I can't stop thinking about you. I can't let go. There's a spiritual bond. There's a spiritual connection that I find difficult to let go of. I do feel that in this connection there is a sense of hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. I feel that there's this connection between us that is very soft, very gentle, and I can always count on this good nature that you have. I know I shouldn't be, because I've taken advantage of it a few times already. But you are that type of person I've seen. For anybody who is very loving, there's this unconditional love and then this feeling of home. With you, I feel that you're like a warm blanket when I'm cold. And when I'm lost, you are that light that guides me home. To me, it's like you're my confidant. I can talk to you about anything and not fear that I'm going to be judged. With you, I've found a lot of potential. You have a lot of potential. And I feel and I think sometimes that maybe we could make a great power couple. However, that would only be one-sided now, wouldn't it? I want to, and I have wanted to learn from you wisdom. Certain things that you are aware of that I am not. Learn things from you. I would like to do that. There's a sense of betrayal here, though. I know I have betrayed you. You thought that I was somebody who was more than just a friend, a casual friend, a friend with benefits. You never considered us to be like this after what happened. After all the things that have happened. But then I changed, didn't I? I changed. And now, to you, it feels as if I'm a stranger and as if you never really knew me at all. Why would I be like this? Why am I acting like this? I know it hurts. I know what I did was wrong and I betrayed you. Now there's a lack of trust. There's a lack of faith in this connection. I can't change that. It won't be changed. I also feel that in this connection, this sense of trust that used to be there no longer exists now. You thought you knew me. Turns out you never really knew me at all because you thought you could predict my actions, my intentions. Things turned out different. I do want to have you as a friend. I want to have you in my life somehow. I don't want to not have you in my life. In you, I have found somebody who is fun, who is vibrant, lively. You make me feel alive, youthful, vibrant again. You make me feel alive again and youthful. This has not happened in forever in my life. There's something about you that just brings certain parts of me that were lying dormant, that were hidden beneath mud and sand. And having you in my life, things have just sprouted and they've come up. Things have grown. Things in my life have grown because of you. You have had a positive impact on my life, but I know, even though you have been there for me and such a sweet thing that you are, why did I treat you the way that I did? It's wrong, I know. I shouldn't have done this to you. I do feel that in this connection now, I am a little paranoid. A long time ago, it may have seemed as if I'm very confident. I know what I want. There's a lot of self-esteem. There's a lot of security. However, ever since I betrayed you, ever since I changed my ways, now I feel paranoia and anxiety. I don't know how I'm supposed to face you. It makes me feel very strange. I feel fear, anxiety. I've lost my confidence, and I've lost my self-esteem. I no longer feel secure. There's a sense of insecurity and worthlessness that exist. at the time when I was with you, and when I was thinking about you, energetically even, I thought I could do certain things and get away with it. But now things have changed, and now I realize that I think I have a spiritual connection with you. And now for me it hurts even more, and it scares me even more, because this is not just any ordinary connection. You and I have probably had a past life together. This is very overwhelming for me. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, and my body to you. You don't know this, and I may not have shared this with you, but I do feel that I belong to you and you belong to me to some degree. I do feel that in this connection, now there is a sense of grief. I grieve over what has happened, what has become of us, what I've done to this connection, how I poisoned this connection. There was a slow poison that increased over time, and finally it just enveloped everything. And I've lost it all. I want to hold you high. In the dark sky, you are that shining star. You no longer exist now for me. I have lost you, and I feel the grief, I feel remorse, I feel regret, I feel pain. I feel sadness and melancholy for what I have done. This right now is the main thing that's on my mind, is sadness. My heart is broken, because I have broken your heart. Do I have the courage or the wisdom to talk to you about this? Absolutely not. I'm afraid. I feel worthless and useless. Why would I even want to put you through that? You deserve better, so you don't need to be in my company or talk to somebody like me. I know you probably want to, but in all honesty, it scares me too. What I have done, what I have put you through, it does not make me feel very good. I shouldn't have done what I did. And knowing what I know now, it hurts me even more. Because I realize now that you and I are not just some special type of connection or just a hookup, no. There's something deeper here that runs below the surface. This small stream, this endless river of love that exists between these rocks, this earth, this river that flows underneath, that has always been there, that has always existed. I just never saw things so deep before, but now I see it. And because of my fear, it's hard for me to reach out right now. All right, Cancer. Sometimes I see a vision, and what I was seeing right now was if you were to take the Earth's crust, the surface of the Earth, and let's cut it in half. Let's take a slice out of the Earth, okay? Halfway down to the core. Not so far from the surface, there is rocks, whatever type of sedimentary rocks. There's sand, there's earth, there's very soft mud. Underneath, there's a river. There's this water that flows. And this water is continuous. It's never ending. And underneath that water, there's more earth, there's more rock. But that river that's in the middle, that water that flows, that particular action that is taking place, that is what I see that this person has discovered. That below the surface of so many other levels, they have seen that there's one thing that remains constant by default. this river of love that never really ended. And there was no start to it. It just existed. It has always been there. And no matter how much this person tries to forget that, they can't put that to the side anymore, because they realize now that no matter how thick the surface is, there's always going to be, and there always has been, this river of love that's been flowing. Even though nobody can see it, but it's being felt. It's always been there. This is something that this person now realizes. That this connection is not just what it was on the surface. No. There's something huge. There's something big, very important, and it exists between the both of you. And this person finds it difficult because it's overwhelming for them as a human being to tolerate any of these feelings. And so they do keep their distance because it scares them. All right. For some of you that want to know more about past lives, I have on my other channel called Asnointia Audio 2 videos that you will find very much applicable to this particular reading right now. One is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. The other one is called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. Have a look at those, and a lot of this particular connection will start to make sense to you. Okay. Let's have a look at the reason why certain things may have occurred in the first place that caused a problem. So I look at the reason, I look at the why. There you are. Okay. And where'd you go? 1 second. Okay. Oh my. I just had this. Yep. I just had this in an earlier reading as well. I did shuffle though. I shuffled the cards beforehand. 2 of Cups. 5 of Coins. Now, I do read the reverse, so let's have a look at what happened that caused the problem in the first place. The reason why. Some of you may know this reason, some of you may not. So here we have how there's this feeling that this person started to have of insecurity. Remember how the fear card was talking about insecurity, paranoia, fear, right? That's exactly it. This person actually felt that they didn't have enough emotion to give to you. They felt that they could have had more in their life in terms of wealth and emotion, however they've had less, and they didn't have enough to give to you. They wanted to have faith into the future. They wanted to have faith in the future, however, they were hoping for a more prosperous phase in their life. However, that didn't come. They felt very impoverished. Now, impoverished meaning they actually felt like they couldn't afford things for you on a materialistic level. And they also felt emotionally impoverished. This basically means, right now in my mind's eye, I'm seeing the word worthless. They felt worthless in front of you. And I'm also getting the word unworthy. Usually this happens because you have provided them with a lot of love, and they only provided you with lust. Now, the cards that we had previously, if you might remember, you can always just go back and have a look. We had, I believe it was play, and we also had sensuality. Those 2 cards are very important because it shows me the relationship. Play is very friendly. It's a friend card for me. Sensuality is a lustful card. So when you put lust and friendship together, boom, that's a casual friendship. That's a casual connection with like friends with benefits type of connection, right? It's not a loving, promising connection. Here we also have the 2 of Cups, and the reverse of 2 of Cups is definitely not good. I don't like this card because it's very negative, but this will give you a better understanding. In the beginning, things may have felt very harmonious. There was a lot of partnership feelings. There was a lot of love coming from your side. Yes. There was a sense of enchantment, too good to be true. For some of you, you may have felt this. However, this was an important friendship and love relationship that you thought you could take to the next level. However, Cancer, what happened with this particular person, the negative aspect of this, what happened that the reason why it all went downhill was infatuation and overindulging in sensuality for the sake of getting that emotional high. That's what it says here. Infatuation, period, overindulging in sensuality for the sake of the emotional high, period. This person just wanted to feel good sexually, and so they were with you. That's what happened. Infatuation. And this is very similar to what I was just saying, the feeling of the friends with benefits type of feeling, right? You know, one day I'm going to have to create another video on this. There's just so many topics now that I do all these readings. It's like there's so many repetitive things that I see that everybody's going through. And so one day, yes, I'll create a video, and I have to do this on casual relationships and friends with benefits. Because what I've seen often is two people are together, but there's two different viewpoints regarding the situation. Typically the masculine energy, and this could be a woman too, the masculine energy still is very much content and comfortable with the arrangement, for example. But remember, friends with benefits and casual connection, right in the beginning, it's not somebody who's dating you. You're not actually dating. It's a different kind of situation. Very, very different. So this really does cause a lot of heartache to many of the people that I do readings for, male and female. But you need to understand that that's the thing. You may be thinking commitment. This person's only thinking fun. There's a difference right there. If you get into a connection in this manner, there's always going to be the excuse for the other person to say, oh, well, you know what? I only thought of us as like a friends with benefits connection. I never thought of you in that way. And what's crazy is that usually this person finds somebody else and they are involved with somebody else in a romantic connection, and it really hurts. It freaking burns like hell. It hurts the person so much because it's like, I've given you my freaking body. I've given you money. I've helped you in your life. I've been there for you, and you did this to me? It's because they didn't see you in that way, and they didn't value you because you didn't become valuable. I'm sorry, darlings, but this is the truth. This is what happens. You give yourself to somebody because you love them, but you need to remember, is it worth it? Do they love you, or are they going to take advantage of you? They're not being selfish, no, because they decided to already be in a casual and friends with benefits type of connection with you. But the thing is, you need to see their perspective so that you can change yourself, adjusting to whatever it is that they want. If they want a friends with benefits and you don't want that, you need to go. It's hard for feminine energy to be in a connection like that because intimacy, relationship, all comes into one, and we fall in love. However, the masculine energy has that capability to compartmentalize everything. That's the way it is. That's the way nature is. I have 2 other videos on my other channel. You might find them a little interesting. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, their thought process through their soul and how they behave the way that they do. Some of you may find that interesting. It'll help you kind of understand where people are coming from. However, I'm going to have to create another video on that because I've had way too many people talk about casual connections and friends with benefits connections. So it's been really tough for everybody that gets involved in something like this. Because you end up falling in love with the person. Because that's your special person. That's your go-to person. However, it's not healthy emotionally. It's very, very unhealthy because eventually that person has the excuse to say, well, you know, it's an open relationship. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your girlfriend. I can be with anybody I want. I can be with you on a Saturday and with somebody else on a Wednesday. That's what it is. There's no promise. That person is not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend. A lot of regret though. A lot of regret. Wow, you got the 9 of Swords, you got the 5 of Cups, and you have the 10 of Wands. Some of the most shittiest cards in the deck. Literally. But this is not you, this is them, which is good. That's good. They're feeling a little crappy. I'm always on your side, yes. I try to be a little, diplomatic, however. It's good because this person is really, really starting to see the difference now between what you were and what you are now. And what I mean when I say that is like the relationship itself, not you as a person. So first of all, I'm just going to start with the overall arching theme here. We have the Nine of Swords, very close to the grief card, actually. This person currently, because this is a card that umbrellas all of these cards, this person currently is feeling like they have like 9 swords hanging right over their head. Anytime anything can happen. Just waiting for the next shoe to drop, whatever they say, that saying that goes. They're also having sleepless nights. They have fear, they have anxiety. They're having insomnia because of what they've done to you. Because what they turned this beautiful relationship into. They're feeling regret and remorse. Here they have their face right in their hands on their face. And they're thinking, my God, what did I do? Why did I do it like this? What can I do better? However, the realization here is not to move on. The realization here is to sulk and just be sad and depressed in that state of mind. They're actually not even thinking anything beyond that right now. Now, the overall feelings and emotions here are not bad. This spread I do to see any type of actions, intentions, or plans that this person might have. We have an amazing card, Ace of Cups. Yeah. You have Ace of Cups, you have the Six of Wands, and you also have the Hierophant. Amazing, beautiful cards that are very, very promising. So the Ace of Cups here does talk about how this person is going to reach out one day, but they have a lot of healing to do first. Just remember that part. They're going to reach out to you one day. They're going to talk about forgiveness, compassion, love. They're going to want you to forgive them. If that's possible, then sure you can. Just remember that the both of you were in a certain type of a connection that was a different type of arrangement. So you also have to understand, when you didn't keep up your boundaries, what happened, right? And this is something that this person just wants to put behind them as well. But they really do want to offer you love, and it's unconditional love. This is pure love, true love. This is not even like lustful anymore. This is straight from the heart. Because they've seen your value. And they can only see your value after there's a little bit of a gap. We also have here the Ten of Wands. They have realized that in this connection, this particular part has really, really taken a toll on them. It's hard for them to move on. It's hard for them to take on this relationship right now. They have too many other things in their life, such as like responsibilities, there's some burdens, restrictions, constraints. But the key word here would be the feeling overwhelmed. They're very overwhelmed with many things that are happening in their life. In addition to that, they're very overwhelmed with what has happened between the both of you. Here we also have the Six of Wands, definitely wanting to come back into your life at some point in time. They do want to be victorious. However, the Five of Cups. They're regretting what has happened. It's like, you know what it's like? Because there's a pattern here, isn't there? Bad, good, bad, good, bad, good. That's the pattern. There's a pattern here. Every time they think something positive, damn, they think about how overwhelming it is. Every time they think about how they want to come back into your life, they think, shit, what did I do? It's a pattern here. So they do have this desire to come back into your life, but then right after that, then they start to think, oh my goodness, what did I do? Why did I do things this way? How can I make things better? Are they ever going to be different? Are things ever going to change? So there is this feeling and this understanding that they have turned the situation. Okay, let me rephrase that. They feel that they are responsible for the way the situation has turned out. That's how they feel right now. They know that it could have turned out differently had they acted differently. But they're not thinking like that. They're just in that mindset that, look what I've done, what has happened, why am I like this? But they're not thinking of the hermit mode. They're not in the hermit mode yet. So there's a lot of regret. Definitely a lot of regret, guys. I mean, this is a very strong reading. It's, this person really has, like, they are suffering. I know you are suffering, but you need to realize with these cards, it's not just one card, it's 3 cards. And it's a pattern here. Like, every time they think things are good, they go back to their thing. It's like, it's emotionally, it's kind of traumatic for them too now. It's haunting. That's the key word. It's haunting them. What they have done to you is haunting them. That's why it keeps reoccurring. Here we have the Hierophant. Eventually, this person wants to be in a connection with you. Yes, they do. They want to have something that is committed, like a commitment. They want it to be a bit traditional. They want the world to respect you. They also want the world to respect them. They also want to establish themselves in society. Now, for a tiny portion of you, this is a third-party connection because of the cards that I saw earlier. Some of you are with somebody and you met somebody else. Or it could be vice versa. Something, it's along those lines where there's 3 people now. And the problem is, what is the world going to think about the other person if they're in your life? Are they going to spit on them? Patooey. I don't like you. People do that. People are pretty intense in this world, some places. They're worried. If they leave their current partner, if they are with the other person, how is this other person going to be treated in society? You see, that's the thing. Sometimes it really depends on where you are from. Some people just don't care. They really don't. However, if you're from a certain society in a certain place, you know, all around the world there's different places. It really depends. Like if you're literally a politician's child, oh my God, everything is laid out for you. Who you're going to marry, where you're going to marry them, who you're going to be with, who you're going to be dating, all of that. So it is very, it's very difficult for certain people in certain places to actually make a decision. And for some of you, whatever this person is feeling, it could even be like within North America. Maybe they're from a different type of status and family. And because of that, there's an issue where there's a distance here that they can't actually, there's 2 different worlds that they cannot bridge. That's what I'm trying to say. And because of this, they really do have this issue. Now, this is just for a small portion of you. But the majority of the cards I see here, there is a great, wonderful intention to be together, to be in a committed connection, to come back into one's life. However, there's that feeling, this massive feeling of regret, of remorse, of this feeling of being overwhelmed. It really is strong and it exists and it's just current in their mind while they're trying to figure out what type of plans they're going to make to come towards you. Just keep this in mind. This person is going to reach out to you. However, even after they do, they are still hurting on the inside. This person's going to be highly sensitive. So just remember that. You're going to have to deal with them in that way. They want to reach out to you, but they're still going to feel overwhelmed. They're going to come back to you, but they're still going to feel regret. It's hurt them a lot, like on the inside. They want commitment. However, they still feel that regret, the thing that they put you through. So just keep that in mind, guys, that it is going to be different for this individual. Things are quite different for them right now. They do want you, but there's also that feeling of regret and remorse. All right. Let's just shake that energy up a little bit. That was very, very negative, guys, but it's not you, right? This is them. All right. Let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. Reconsider. Oh my, oh my. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, specifically them. Wow. Oh my heavens. Cancer. For some of you, this might hurt, okay? This is not exactly what you wanted to hear. The message here is, for some of you, it's really very much to like let go of this person. This person's not for you. And I guess this is just for a small portion of you. Maybe it might not resonate with all of you. There's something about this connection where you either have to let go of a part of the problem, or you literally have to let go of the person itself. Here we have reconsider as a first card. Reconsider what it is that you are going to say and do, whatever type of actions you are going to take. Think twice about it, think it over, and then do what you need to do. They are saying here that there is something better than this person. There is something better than the connection. There is something better than the situation that you're in. It could be either one of these three, okay? Either a person or the situation or just the entire connection. Don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing. You will be able to attract a lot of positive energy that way. They are saying that you are ready emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Whatever you have gone through, Cancer, you are now absolutely... Oh, wow. I'm seeing a person who is going camping. They're going hiking, not camping, hiking. They have a big, big backpack. And they have all their gear. They have their Swiss Army knife. I'm seeing a bottle. I'm even seeing a fishing rod. The adventure of a lifetime, whatever is happening in your life, you have all the tools now. You have all of the experience that you need to survive. To survive. Wow, that was a very deep meaning of that one. You guys have that capacity now that no matter whatever is thrown at you in this lifetime now, because of this experience that you've had with this person, anybody can toss you out into the wilderness and you will be able to survive. I'm a survivor. Excellent. Very good. That's a really good. It's difficult, I know, but you guys are more stronger than you actually think. I know when the tears come down your eyes, that's not what we're thinking, I know. But if somebody was to put you in a connection like this again, and I don't want you to be in a connection like this again because you want something different, not the same. You learn from your lessons, right? You learn from what has happened and what you've gone through, and you don't want to repeat that. But because you've been there, done that, now you're wiser. And that is how you are now ready to tackle on whatever anybody sends to you in your life. If you see a connection like this again, you know what are the red flags. Maybe you can fix a situation like that because you know what to avoid now. Here we also have yes. It's a very good positive card. You're ready. Yes. Let go of this person. Let go of the situation, the belief-related issue, whatever type of problem. I'm getting the word tradition. If there's some type of a tradition that's causing the problem between the both of you, maybe you need to let go of that too. They are saying here, perfect timing. So in divine timing, when things are right, not for you, you're already ready. Remember that. This person is not ready. So when things are right for you, things will turn out more positive. They are also saying to definitely believe, if you believe that this is going to happen, then you will be able to manifest this in your life. They are saying also that in the near future, all of these changes are going to come into play. You're going to notice these changes in the near future. That could be literally, I'm seeing 6, 7. It could be 6, 7 months. 8, 9. 8, 9 for some others of you. That may not seem like it's the near future. Oh my goodness, I'm getting all these numbers. 4 5 now, 4 5 months. Okay, let's, okay, 2 3, 3 2, yes. I got it. Let's just say, people, within the next year, because I almost covered all of the numbers right now. Up until the 9th month, okay? From now until the 9 months from now. Something's going to happen here that's going to be pretty good. All right, Cancer. My dears, that is your reading. I am going to do something a little different. And what I'm going to do is, it's a very different kind of reading. So I'm not doing those readings right now. I have it on my website. It's like a spiritual journey package that I have. And so I have the ability of tapping into heaven, which is a different dimension. And I've said this in my other videos, but I have to explain it in each one. So in my mind, it's a weird situation. In the beginning, when I started getting messages from angels and God, I wouldn't be able to differentiate who is who. And then eventually what happened is, on different sides of my head, on my brain, like, for example, now, on one side I will hear the voice of God. I'll hear Ishu, who is Jesus for me. I hear Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. And then in the back, there's different other ones. So it's just the weirdest thing. It's like they knew that I'm totally getting confused with all of these voices. I need to make sense of them. So now when they speak, I know who is who. Some of their voices are very familiar, like, not familiar, they're very similar. So it was hard for me to differentiate who's who. So this way, it's like, okay, I know who's talking. Sometimes it's individual angels that give these messages. Sometimes it's even God or Jesus. And sometimes we have a collective. So sometimes I've noticed if they're all busy, or if they're kind of like working in unison, they all speak at the same time. And so I get a message where I hear like 100 voices, and it's like, I can make sense of what they're saying. It's just that it's not one voice. It's a bunch of voices all together. That's something that I do as well. Yeah. So today, what I wanted to do as a bonus, I don't want to have a look at, what is this person thinking? What's going to happen in the future? No, no, no. Let's focus on you. So this is like a gift to you from heaven. And remember, heaven, I know heaven exists, and I know hell exists. I do things that are related to both. Getting rid of negative energies. Healing. Yeah. This is why they were telling you to let go. So these are going to be cards that I'm pulling out. And these are messages from them to you, what they think you may need to heal, maybe, get over, maybe release. These are just words of wisdom, messages from them. And I'll be able to interpret it all when it comes out. Just one more card. Oh, good God. Whew. Wow, this is a very important reading. Cancer. These cards are very intense. All right, so this kind of reading, I have to just concentrate, so please do have patience. It takes me a little bit of time sometimes to just hear what they're saying, or to tune my frequency with theirs. And it's like a radio. All right, first card's the strongest. We have here healing. Let's see what happens. I'm getting a message right now. Archangel Michael. He's saying that I need you to know that you need to heal from this situation, otherwise it'll eat you up. It'll eat you to the very core and disintegrate your very being if you don't get over the situation and learn from what has happened and move on as a stronger being, the being that you have, the being that you're meant to be. It's wrong that you feel this way. Whatever happened, happened for a reason. And now you know better. Things were very dark for you once, but now we've shown you the light. Things that were in the darkness now have come into the light. You have seen the truth about this person and the situation. And it's time for you to focus on yourself and heal. Because if you don't heal, you will not be able to move on. And the country that you live in, be well for that country. Okay, Cancer, that was very different. I don't know why he mentioned country. That might have some type of meaning for some of you. It's like I'm getting the word patron. So some of you, all of us have our own countries, right? We're all from somewhere. Just be the best that you can to serve your people, right? It's not to serve the government, guys. It's to serve the people. People make a nation, right? The beliefs make a nation. But if you help a person, that is good karma, okay? So when we're talking about a country, I know, because of the type of work that I do, when they mean country, they actually mean the people, other human beings. You can only heal others and be with others and guide others if you yourself are healthy. So that does make sense to me now, and I hopefully that makes sense to you guys as well. All right, the next card is sexuality. This is Archangel Raphael and Gabriel. Both of them are saying this. They're literally saying it in this way. Leave what they've done. What they've done to you, they've done to others. Does this make you any different? Yes, because you've learned from it. This has made you a higher spiritual being. A being of light and life. And we want you to embrace your sexuality. Keep yourself clean from those who may taint you. Be wary of who you judge. For who you see may not be who you know. Things may not make sense to you now, but they will in the future. We're with you now, and it's best to keep yourself healthy and happy. And understand that you are a beautiful creature of God. And that we want you to take care of yourself and embrace yourself. And only give yourself to those or that one person who you think deserves you. You're not some candy that can be handed out onto the street. Because once that lollipop on the top, the candy is gone, somebody will dispose of that stick. You don't want to be that stick. All right, Cancer. Sometimes they speak in a really different kind of way. They don't speak the way I speak. Here we have also crisis. Let's see. Archangel Uriel. That's a female voice. Archangel Uriel is saying, I do not want you to waver from your path, even though this situation is very overwhelming. I know it's important for you to see the light. Let the dust settle and let yourself heal. Oh my. For whatever has happened to others, others will do to them what they have done to you. This is law. This is the law of karma. The law of the land in any dimension. Karma will get them, and your heart will soon heal. It's important for you to sort out your emotions and be willing to accept new changes. For that will be a renewed you, a new you, and you will be able to take on many more challenges. Okay. All right, Cancer. Now, last card, Wisdom. Wow. This is God, guys. This hasn't happened in a long time. This is the source. This is not Ishu. This is not Jesus. This is his father, the source light, who I call him Jehovah. He's a very booming kind of voice. He's saying, I have given you this experience to gain this wisdom. My dear child, for you have gone through obstacles in your life, and your soul has gone through hell and back. But I want you to know you are not alone in this process. You were never alone, and you will never be alone. For I am with you to guide you. And you have the universe to guide you. We see you every day. But we can only allow you to do what it is that you want to do. I love you all. And you share my might. I know you will be okay. Because you are a spark from me. An extension of my soul and my existence. You can do no wrong. Only experience what it's like in this lifetime to be worth something. I have all my love for you. All right, Cancer. That was huge. Oh my God. This is the first time I've ever done this online, like internationally, guys. I don't know about you, but when I heard his voice sounds very much, it has a tiny bit of an echo, and it's a very commanding kind of voice. It's not very gentle. Jesus' voice is very gentle and soft, I've seen. One day, actually, maybe I'll just put up a video on my other channel explaining to you what the voices sound like. Some of you may have actually had connections with the angels, But for me, like, they all have different voices. Archangel Raphael and Gabriel's voice is very similar, however. This was very interesting, Cancer. I understand the fact that, you know, we have the angels, but the fact that the source just came through, that's huge, even for me. I started getting water in my eyes. Wow. And my heart started racing because I got anxiety. Because it's like him. I hear him as a man. However, the source has the essence of masculine and feminine. If we were to call it, it just prefers being a masculine energy because it can get more work done. There's more confidence, there's more leadership. He's a go-getter. This is why he prefers being addressed as a he. Otherwise, he does have feminine qualities and masculine qualities. Cancer, that is your out of this world reading. That was very intense, even for me. I have not heard his voice in a very long time. Very long time. And at least like a year and a half, 2 years, I have not heard the voice of God. And it's really interesting that he came during the time when wisdom, right? The source, the light, is the being in the universe that has the most amount of wisdom, right? So it's really interesting that he came actually during this card. But it was meant to be. And I wanted really to do this thing for you guys because there clearly is a situation here that needs to be healed. And if you guys can do that, you can live your lives. It's important to do that. It's important to heal. Many of you are hurting right now. And that's the first card. First card's the strongest. They know you're hurting and they want you to heal. Do what you need to do in order to heal. All right. This was a very different reading. This was the bonus part, guys. So let me know if any of this like resonated with you, even, you know, the messages that just came through. If any of it has resonated with you on some level. For some of you, it might be very applicable. For others of you, it might not be so. But sometimes in a few months or a few weeks, you will notice how this may apply to you. So I would recommend, if you want, I would recommend you just to make notes on what was said. Those messages are very important. Those are not like the typical ones that I get from Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. I literally am in the presence of these angels and they're telling me what it is that they think that you need to do in your life to make yourself better. And a better version of yourself. A healthier, happier version of yourself. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope these messages were helpful. Definitely let me know in the comments below. And I also wanted to mention that currently still I am doing love readings, so I am taking those orders in. Right now, the past life readings, I've been putting them on a little bit of a hold. So these are written reports, and I am able to let you know what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you, and then what next steps you should take according to whatever comes out in your reading. All right, you all take care, stay safe, and I will be back again. All right, bye now.